I wanted a nice, easy build, so I thought, hey, I'll build that truck I've got. I mean, can't be that many parts to it, can there? Let's have a look inside the box of this week's Kit of the Week and find out right here on Gary's Stuff. Hello there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today is box opening day on the Kit of the Week. That kit is the US Infantry Patrol set, World War II set from ICM in 1/35th scale. It's essentially a G7107 truck with a machine gun mounted on it and 4 figures. If you are thinking about one of these and you just want to know what you get in the box, then this is very much the video for you. If you want to know how to put one together, then there will be a build video coming up later in the week. And of course, there'll be a video dealing with the figures as well. How will you know when these turn up? Best thing to do is to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and you'll be notified when all my future videos are released. And of course, anything you like on my channel, please do remember, give it the imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. And if you'd like to support the channel in a bit more concrete way, you can do that through super thanks by becoming a channel member or by using any of my online partner programs. Now, I should say that this kit was given to me as a free review sample by ICM. However, they've not asked me to say anything in particular. They've not given me a script to follow or anything like that. They, like you, want an honest review of the kit, and that is what they, like you, are going to get. Let's have a look then inside the box of the US Infantry Patrol in 1/35th scale from ICM and see what we get for our money. So here we go. Here's the box. Nice piece of box art at the front. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Northern Africa or Southern Italy. I'm going to guess Southern Italy because it's in US green. But anyway, yeah, very nice little tableau with the vehicle and the 4 figures, which is what you get. So on the side here, it's a little bit of the history, the G7100 series. During the Second World War, 2.3 million trucks they made. Very impressive. But anyway, brief history of some of the trucks, as much as you can. Length is 164 millimeters, so what's that, about 7 inches, I guess. Height 77 mil. 269 parts for building the truck and 59 parts for the 4 figures. Cement and all that not included, of course. On the side, there's no sort of decal call-outs for the different markings for the truck, because it's a truck. But it does show the 4 figures in various poses that get supplied. Okay, let's have a look at what we get inside the box. Now, as usual with ICM, the high gloss printed cover slides up off the top, and then we have a box lid like this, and here we have all the bits and pieces in their bags. There's a bag of parts for the truck. Inside there's another bag with the transparent parts, which is always nice to see. There's a further bag with the 4 crew figures in here. There is the instruction sheet, as usual. Nice full colour instructions. Got the front end of it's nice and full colour. Decal sheet as well, and a sheet about the ICM range of acrylic paints. We'll come to all of these in a bit more detail in a moment. Frame A is mainly the front end. So you have the cab components, doors, hood, engine, transmission, radiator grille, and so on. So the front end of the truck, basically, in frame A. In frame B, we have the chassis components, the back table, and the suspension parts, exhaust, things like that, everything else to complete the truck, basically. Frame C, and there are two of these, have some structure for the hoods, the sidebars, and wheels specific to this truck and things like that. And as I say, there are two copies of that. Frame E are the transparent parts, so windshield, side windows, back windows, and the covers for the headlamps. And there's a separate frame for the figures. There are 4 figures altogether, 4 faces, 4 tin hats, helmets, if you will. There's the 50 cal gun that goes on top. They have their own sidearms as well. Thompson SMG, some rifles, and all various bits of webbing and stuff like that they need. Mouldings are nice and sharp. You can see the Chevrolet name there. Crisp, clean. I can't see any flash on these. There are new molds, obviously, but even so, sometimes you get new molds that are a bit flashy because of the closing pressures or injection pressures aren't quite matched up. Engine parts look lovely. I guess you could, if you were so inclined, put some ignition leads. I don't know if this is a diesel or a petrol. I'm going to guess Chevrolet is going to be a petrol engine, 6-cylinder petrol. I don't know. Here's the instruments on from the cabin. It all looks nice and clean and crisp, and should, in theory, all go together very nicely. There's no major issues with injection pin marks. They all seem to have been got rid of or recessed slightly. Now, recessed on here, I don't know whether it's if I'm going to have the door open, I'm just going to fill in these little injection pin dimples, as it were. I don't know whether I will or not. I might do. I'll see how I feel. I think in the picture you've got a crew member leaning out on that, so you probably won't. Likewise, the faces of the soldiers all seem pretty nicely moulded. It's going to be useful when it comes to it. It's always helpful when you're painting stuff if the mouldings are nice, because you can use a lot of the moulding to do a lot of the detail for you. The machine gun at top here, all very nice. The uniforms themselves, they've got detail, they've got nice sort of flow to they've got a nice flow to the uniforms here. 3. Instructions. It's what you get with ICM in them modern kits, really. Very nice full colour glossy printed outer with all the colour callouts here, letter coded for inside the instructions, and references are their own paint numbers. You can get conversions online for other manufacturers. Inside, first thing you're going to see is the frame map, so you know all the different parts are on the frame. Sometimes they're a bit difficult to find, as you know, as with any kit. The military patrol figures here, the American guys are here, and then of course the instructions. Everything pretty much is green, apart from where they say otherwise. Paint everything green. Yeah, it's quite a detailed little chassis. There's an engine, of course. As I say, you can probably, it's got a distributor, therefore you could wire it up, the spark plugs wire it up the distributor with a little loom, if you wanted an extra bit of detail, I suspect. Transmission, it's probably on the same sort of spectrum as, I don't know if it's quite as bad as the Gecko K2i ambulance. I don't think it's quite as crazy as that, but it's good. It's good detail, and but it doesn't look massively super detailed, which is good because sometimes you really don't need that. There's a decal for the instrument cluster, which is fantastic, and so on and so forth. It all looks very, very straightforward. There's a lot of it, and there's a few fiddly little bits, like these little hooks on the side here that the the canvas cover hooks onto those if you want to cover over at night time. But other than that, there's nothing here that strikes you and says, oh, that's going to be a nightmare. All of this looks pretty straightforward, I'm glad to say. Yeah, you can have the windshield open or closed as well, which is quite nice. Nice little detail. At the back, we just have, it's a generic truck with specific little bits of markings for divisions and whatever. But it's the one option that you get there. And on the back, the figures again. 4 infantrymen in, I guess, Southern European uniform, summer uniform, something like that. Anyway, different colour callouts, and we can do some work on the figures to make them look really smart anyway. So there we go, that's the instruction sheet. This is the Decals sheet, very simple, very basic. You'll see there's lots of different options here, USA, US Navy, and so on and so forth. That's because this sheet is for the G7117 kit. The Patrol kit just uses one of these set of decal numbers. And looking closely at the instrument cluster, as usual, there's my trusty propelling pencil. Get the pencil lead there. The pencil lead is 0.5 millimeter across. You can see the instruments are very nicely printed. Those will look fine on the cluster. And as with a lot of ICM kits these days, there's a set of paints that goes along with it. This is the WW2 US Infantry set. Comes with bath, tan earth, warm grey, US dark green, deep brown, and matte varnish. Let's have a quick look at the paints. So here we have the buff. This is used for jackets primarily in the summer uniform that this is being used in. Tan earth. This is going to be for, I guess, either for trousers or for something like trousers or puttees or something like that. I can't remember. Warm grey is used for a lot of the webbing that's used in the summer scheme. US dark green will be things like the helmet will be standard US dark green. There's deep brown, which will be used for things like shoes, and also it's a nice colour for wooden stocks on weapons. And then we have matte varnish, because the figures need to be matte when they're finished. All of these are 12 milliliter bottles. They are designed for brush use, so they're quite thick, simple screw top. If you want to use them through an airbrush, you do need to thin them down about 50-50, and you will need to add just a little bit of a flow improver or retarder if you're doing a lot of airbrushing with a colour. But other than that, around 50-50 with a good quality thinner, and you'll be fine. So yes, indeed, on the back of the packet, there are the colour callouts. So the buff is indeed for the jackets, the sort of tannish colour there for the trousers, dark green for the helmet, a mixture of the buff and the dark green for the puttees, and brown for the shoes. But I think that will work well for the rifle stocks as well, and also perhaps this leather pistol holster maybe. But we'll be doing a bit more detail than that when we paint these figures. Well, as I said in the intro, I thought do a truck, can't be that many parts. Then I've seen how many parts there are, and there are quite a lot. However, I'm confident. I have confidence that we can do this. It can't be anything like as tough as the Gecko Katie, probably not as easy as the Airfix Katie, somewhere between the two, I'm hoping. Anyway, why don't you come back and check it out on my build video later this week. Also, the video about how to do the figures as well. Whether you know these are around, easy. Just subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when all my future content is published. And of course, anything you like on my channel, please give it the Imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. Thank you so very much for watching. Hope to see you again very soon. Take care now, and goodbye.